Hi everyone, I'm Michael. I'm a student at the University of Essex and I'm here to share my experience during my placement at the Walt Disney Company.
So, Michael, what do you study at the University of Essex?
So I study business management, including the placement year, and I'm now in my final year. I've just returned from my placement. It was a 12 months internship at the Walt Disney Company in HR. When I finished my internship, I got a 3 month extension as a regular role until I came back to uni.
How was your experience there?
I can say that it was actually my first time in the corporate world, and at first it was challenging, especially with a handover from the previous intern and having to learn how to perform all the tasks and get up to speed with a team. But then the environment was really nice, and the team was friendly and very approachable, and they tried to help me as much as they could. So I can say it was an enjoyable experience. There was a lot of events as well, and there was a lot of training and events for all the interns. We were like 200 interns all together in different departments, and the company did as much as they could to get us feel included and connect with leaders in the industry and learn about their experience and learn from them. So it was a really good and enjoyable experience, and I learned a lot from it.
What were the main tasks you worked on?
So at first it was a bit administrative, but then as soon as I got to learn a bit more, I got involved in onboarding, I got involved in employee life cycle events and tasks that were more advanced, that not only challenged me, but it also helped me develop my own skills.
What was the most challenging part of your internship?
I would say getting familiar with corporate side of things. In my degree, I learned a lot about how businesses work and like business ethics, how organizations manage employees, or how they create like environments that employees can thrive. But all that, it was just theory until I got to do that in practice, which is challenging at the beginning. But then, as I said, if you have a good and supportive team, and you're willing to learn, you can develop to a very good professional in any industry.
Did the university help you in any way to find this internship?
Yes, indeed. So I remember from my first year, the first thing so on campus and online on Career Hub, for example, and also in lectures, it was suggested that we speak with the careers team and the placement team. So from the first year, I got in touch with them, and first they helped me with my CV, how to adjust it and put all my experiences, regardless of whether it was work related or not, because you can include anything in your CV. It can be work related, volunteering, it can be the activities you do in sports team or like societies, and you can use that to your advantage. So they helped me tailor my CV to like specific job applications that I wanted to do. And then after that, they also helped me with preparing for online assessments. So I felt very confident applying to the placements and then getting to secure one as well.
Did you face any cultural or language challenges during the internship?
I can't say that I did, because the environment was very inclusive. We had employment groups that looked after those aspects and a team dedicated to diversity and inclusivity. And I think most employers nowadays have that, and they want to ensure that their placement interns feel like as supported and included as possible, because most of them will also ask you to go back after you graduate if you're fit for the company, and if the company is a fit for you and you do a good job, then they'll probably ask you to go back. So they want to have an environment where you feel the best that you can. But if you do face any difficulties or issues, the placement team from the university is always available to you throughout your internship. If you face any issues, you can just reach out to them and they will support you with any of them.
Did you acquire any new skills that will help you with your studies?
Yes. Apart from developing the skills that I already had from my experience in academic, like communication and organization skills, indeed I enhanced them, but then I also learned how to be more collaborative in cross-functional teams and how to work with others from different departments. And I also learned how to be more efficient and also pay attention to detail. That skill is something that I developed a lot, because I remember when I started, I was stressed and I was always being concerned, like, oh, did I make a mistake, or like, did I miss that? Did I forget that? So yeah, and also I got to do a lot of projects and presentations, so I got to develop my presentational skills as well. And problem solving, because as an intern you will encounter things that you have not before, or perform tasks that you didn't know how to before. So problem solving is one of the skills that you'll develop a lot, and also how to be creative to find solutions.
How does it feel to be back on campus, and what are you most looking forward for this year?
It does feel a bit weird, I'm not gonna lie, being back, especially after a year and a half being away and being in the corporate world and not having much to do with academic. But now it feels nice because it's like a mini break from reality before I go back to it. And what I'm looking forward to is graduating, obviously. And then I'm thinking about doing a graduate scheme. I think a placement year is a good foundational step, and then a graduate scheme can be a very good stepping stone for your career. If you get to do these two, I think there's nothing stopping you from developing in any sector and in any organization, because what employers look for is, a degree, but experience is more valued than the degree itself. Having that placement is already a pro for you, straight away.
How has the internship influenced your career plans?
So I think a placement year is essential for anyone to realize if what they do is what they want to do for the rest of their career. I was between doing an HR internship or a marketing one, and I got into HR, and I realized that I really like it, so I am now looking to develop in that sector. But in some cases, like one of my friends that did a placement didn't really like what he was doing, so now he knows that he wants to try something else, because we're just starting our career, so it's best if we get to experience different things now, so that we get to understand what we like and what we don't like, so we end up in the right path.
Would you recommend adding a placement year to other students?
Definitely. I cannot stress enough how important it is to do a placement. I know that some people would prefer to finish university as early as possible so that they can go out and start working. But as I said, most employers are looking for transferable skills. They're looking for people with ambition. So doing a placement not only develops all your transferable skills and skills in a sector, but it also gives you that ambition, because if you do a placement and you realize that you actually like what you're doing, then the next time when you after you graduate and you go out in the corporate world, you will know how to articulate that ambition for that sector effectively in an interview. So I definitely recommend doing a placement. Even for international students, that regardless of if you're thinking of continuing your career in the UK or internationally, the skills that you develop and the experience can be brought to any job in any country. It will be an important part of your career that you can use to then get other jobs or get into other sectors. Do your placement, kids.